I guess we're live. Okay, cool. That's sort of kind of where I waited too long on the countdown to actually hit the live button so everybody could see the countdown number. So
no, it worked out fine. You went.
What's that?
Live. You went live like 10 seconds before 8, so almost perfect.
Okay. So anyway, good evening, everybody.
Yes.
So I hope everyone had a good, safe, and productive week. Thank you, Mr. Gen X Collectible, for joining me on this Friday extended Labor Day weekend. So I hope everyone has the opportunity to relax, chill out. I know I need it. You know, that guy needs it, and I'm sure everyone in the chat needs it, and I think the world in general needs to chill out.
Yeah. Yeah, except for Sunday.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's busy. College football.
Yeah.
Well, it kicked off last weekend, but then everybody plays tomorrow, or just about everybody plays tomorrow. And then we've got the NFL starting on Sunday. Before we get too much further, we've got Andy Resnick.
Oh, thank you.
Kiddo Mine.
Good evening. Thanks for being here. And we got Big E. Hoorah, Big E. You know, hey, speaking of Big E, they finally did the keel laying earlier this week for USS. Well, it's actually PCU, Pre-Commissioning Unit, soon to become USS Enterprise, CVN 80 of the Ford class aircraft carrier. So the Big E is returning to the fleet. So I just I watched a little bit of that video on YouTube. Unfortunately for me, of course, being the Navy, they are prim and proper with their ceremony and all that stuff. So there was zero reference to a certain science fiction show.
Why would they?
What's that?
Why would they?
I know. Well, I was waiting because on the dais they had, they were introducing all the admirals from, fleet operations, carrier operations, the air wing operations, all these admirals. They had, all the representatives and senators from the state of Commonwealth of Virginia, and then they had the ship sponsor. I believe she's a Olympic. She was an Olympic swimmer, and I think she was like a really young child when the CVN 65 was commissioned or had its first overhaul or something like that, and so she now became the sponsor for CVN 80, and I was like, okay, I'm waiting for like Anson Mount or William Shatner or somebody from Hollywood to pop in and say, and how would they pipe him onto the boat? They probably had, or onto the dais. They probably had to say like, what did they have to say? Let's see, in nautical, how does the Navy say that? USS Enterprise NCC 1701 arriving. My nerdy was like, come on, bring out Shatner somebody, but. No,
I want to apologize to the chat in advance for him being. He's completely lost his mind.
Okay, see you later.
It's his show. He can't leave.
Sure, he can. I can leave anytime I want. So anyway, Big E to the Big E out in Newport News Shipbuilding. Good evening to you. And Silver Wolverine, can I start a good rant tonight? Oh, go ahead. What do you want to rant about, SW? Oh, quick question, SW. You posed a question to me in a comment I posted on one of your videos about, did I see a video of yours registry sets? Was that the question? I'm not sure. So, send me an email or something. And see what we can do, because I don't know. I'm not sure what the question was. But anyway, good evening, SW. Thanks for joining us. And who else we got? We have my friend, Mr. Donald in New Mexico. Good evening. Happy Friday to you, sir. Thank you for being here. And who else? And of course, the very lovely lady, Miss Rhonda, she is here with us. And, of course, Stacking Perpetrator, he is here with us. Good evening, sir. Hope you are doing well. And JM Unleashed. Hey, man. What's up? What's up? How you doing? He's my partner in crime over there at the Salivate Metal live streams. Yes, indeed. No, it's not the same. So, JM, thanks for popping in. Who else we got? We have, I'm so glad I'm getting my new glasses soon. Mr. Dave Cooper, good evening. Thanks for joining us. I think I'm caught up. Did I miss anybody, Mr. X? Excuse me.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You got Kinomine. Kinomine was making fun of me for something, and I'm not sure what yet.
Kinomine's making fun of you? Okay, keep going. Keep going. It's awesome.
She made a comment about too much with a green face.
Audio check. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check.
No.
Check, please.
Yeah, you're fine. Am I sounding okay, or am I back to being echo chamber?
No, it's not an echo. I don't hear it.
Last night was fine.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo. Okay, I think SW has the question here. Let me bring it up so I can read it. I posed a question about registry set in my video from yesterday. I feel the only reason the dealers are buying so many 40 coin, the bulk packs for S-proof Eagles are to make get graded coins to feed the registry set market. I guess that's the question, SW. Yeah. Oh, special labels. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's something that is, I admit that is one beef I have with NGC, because the bulk purchasers and and those guys, they have access to unique labels only. But that's how the game is with NGC. I don't know how PGCS is.
Yeah, they have first strike registry sets for sure, and I'm not sure about first day of issue, but I know first strike for sure.
Yeah, so
where the entire set's got to be first strike.
Well, I mean, that's one way for them, to make money, is to have these unique labels that only the bulk people can, get a hold of, versus the rest of us regular Joes. It's just part of that registry set label chasing game.
Well, it was the registry set. The whole thing was, just a marketing arm or ploy from the grading companies to get more people to submit coins. I mean, they're in the business to make money.
Sure.
So, I mean, from their point of view, and Dennis has got a point. The ABPP have special access to the mints and their graders. They do seem to go to a special section where they can get their coins in and out. But those that are getting 40 packs now and then take advantage of the early release that they get. I mean, I don't know. These would be considered first strikes still, I guess, for the S-Mint bulk packs. Because I know with first day of issue for PCGS, they have to be there within like 24 or 48 hours from the time it drops. I think 24 hours. So it's a little bit different. And NGC, it's advanced release is what their special label for the
bulk people.
Yeah.
For us regular Joes, we get our choice of early release or first release, and the difference, It's personal preference.
Yeah. Well, I thought you said that like first release they cap it to a certain number and then it goes to early release.
Oh, right, yeah. The way it was explained to me when I first contacted their customer service, not Ashley. Yeah, the in that cap is based on like the total projected mintage, for that particular release. So they don't set it, it's not necessarily set right at the beginning, until they know what the actual final mintage numbers is from the mint. So it will, sway, but the sooner you get it in, the sooner they'll,
Right. They'll
give it
acknowledge
to
it.
you, you know.
Yep.
So you got to get it. You got to get it. They have to receive it in their, mail receiving area, by the cutoff date.
Yeah. Against my better judgment, I am packaging up this weekend my next submission to PCGS because I want to get them in the mail. Because I have some vouchers they're going to be expiring here shortly, and so I want to use those up. And my coins that they received June 1st are still in grading after a phone call where they were supposed to move them to or find them and get them moving along like they did last time, as well as 2 emails. They have not budged. So I'm not real happy with them at the moment, but I'm kind of stuck. So it is what it is. So
Yeah. I just earlier this week I sent my another coins in for grading. Well, medals, I should say. The Air Force, the Liberty Bronco, and then some of the S proofs. I sent those in for grading because, and obviously, I want to hurry up get those in so I can get my first release. Verbiage on the label.
yeah.
So yeah, SW. It's a game. It's obviously it's a marketing ploy method, however you want to call it, that NGC uses to stimulate people to grade coins and collect them, and I thought I heard or read somewhere on NGC that they will actually run contests on specific registry sets and see who has the most complete registry set, and or the community can vote on, like, say, the top 5 registry sets, for example, and then they'll give those winners a prize, whatever they decide on.
Well, there's with PCGS. There's a cutoff date. You just put your submissions in. They got to be in by a certain time, and then they take, the top active and then top overall, and then they get, credits and memberships, and they give out, little token prizes and plaques to, the top registry set people. So it's just it's a contest type. It's just a game, just something added feature. So, like I say, some people they enjoy it, and if it brings them joy and happiness in the hobby, then I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I am discouraged about is that you've got a lot of people that are sending in coins that shouldn't be sending in coins, and I've been guilty of it. I've got coins in right now that I should have never sent. Didn't know it exactly at the time when I sent it in that they would tank. I thought that they would be sellers, but that's the gamble that you take. You don't know which ones are going to be hot and which ones are not. So,
well, I know my Eagles. I think from this point forward, yes, I know from modern Eagles, whether the W proof, the unburnished, the San Fran proof, whatever, if there's any other crazy ones that come out there, I know the ones I purchased, they are going in for grading because I caught the bug. And Yeah, it'll more, 9 times out of 10, I'm sure probably from this point forward, it will be cheaper just if I go and buy it already graded from, either an online bullion dealer or somebody on eBay or whatever.
Yep.
I understand that. And you're right. I would save money. I like submitting them for myself because I know they're actually mine. They're my coins. I sent them in. I have a personal connection with them, and that's part of the story building that I can, have. So when I turn this over to my niece or nephew, I'll have a great story to tell them, these years, as I've bought these, proofs, for example, I could tell them, hey, I sent them in for grading and look what happened, so it's part of the story for me. I think is important, or something else I was going to say. In the journey, the story of doing it, the journey, involved. And honestly, I kind of think it's fun. I find it to be fun because it is a roll of the dice, I mean, the video that SW did about the Liberty medal, and apparently there were some quality issues. So,
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll see
quick,
how that goes. Go ahead.
Ken of mine, in case you're still with us, thanks for stopping in. I know you said you're going in and out of internet range, and Bad Gateway, hello.
Hey, Bad Gateway. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. And
didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to get those two things taken care of. So back to you.
I appreciate it. And more. Enough was said. Let's move. Let's next topic. Yeah, okay. I know. Yeah, CG. I mean, I think you and I, feel the same about, the whole grading stuff. So, okay. I did have a question for you, Mr. Gen X, and it's not a rant or anything. I thought it was a good question. And I'm looking through. I have to clear this little pad up, because I'm going through and Xing them out, and when the page is completely X'd out, I throw it away. So it's getting thinner and thinner and thinner.
I shall try my best. There's no math involved, right?
No. Well,
because I was told there'd be no math.
Who said no math?
You have to be a true Generation Xer to get that joke.
Who said no math? Oh man, where did I put it? Nope. That's an idea for me to make a video. It's another idea for me to make a video. See, I got stuff. I can make content. It's just right here. I just had. Maybe it's on the other side. Oh. No. I lost it. I had it right. I thought I had it laying out ready to go here.
CG coins.
Sorry for it. Sorry. I thought I had it. I thought it was like, this was a good question. Wait, maybe I text you the question. You know what? Whatever. It's not important. This evening, you know what? This is Labor Day weekend. Let's all chill, relax, and whatever comes up naturally comes up, and we'll just run with it that way. It's all good. And Brown Sugar 0069er. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
You did send me a question, and I did kind of answer it in the chat that we had, or the text that we had.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Your question, and we can throw this out to the chat. He says, what is your opinion on buying foreign gold versus American gold eagles in spite of good deals? And you were referencing a particular online dealer that was offering Brits, 1 ounce Brits, for like $65 or $69 over spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I did give you a response. And I have an opinion on that, but I would like to see what the chat has to say before I reveal what my answer was to the DoN.
Wait on me or the chat?
No, waiting on the chat.
Okay. Will Alabama lose to Utah State tomorrow? I have no idea. Probably not.
No, but Utah State has got a strong team this year.
Oh, do they? Okay.
I think so. But they don't play in any conference.
Well,
You know,
I mean, how strong is their conference?
it's
I don't know what their conference is.
yeah,
So.
they're with like Boise State and those.
Yeah, so they may
that
be
crowd,
strong
I
in their
think.
conference, but
No,
compared to an SEC team,
there's very few that are. There's a handful of teams, right?
yeah,
Literally, outside of the SEC, there's a handful of teams that try to compete, but they can't yet. They still can't. Ohio State is one, unfortunately, and that pains me. I can't tell you how much that pains me to say that.
no, it's the Ohio State University.
No, I refuse to do that. When I type it out to people, I use the lowercase o.
But boom.
No joking. That's serious. That's dead serious stuff there.
Oh, I know. It's the same as Auburn and Alabama. I mean, people get into fights over that stuff.
And even though Michigan is the defending Big Ten champion, I'm not really sure where they're at. This year, they lost a tremendous amount off of defense. So it'll be interesting to see how they recover from that. They lost Hutchinson, who went top 5, number 3 pick or number 2 pick or something like that in the draft, defensive end. And a linebacker, and they lost 5 starters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big gap to fill. But fortunately, Michigan, like Alabama and Ohio State, their depth chart, the guy that's sitting third string or on the practice squad would be starting.
Yeah.
At any other, Division I school, basically.
Yeah. Hey, we got a request. Could you turn up your gain a little bit? I think Mr. Donald said he can't quite make you out.
I'll turn it up a little bit, but if my thing shows where I'm peaking, I'm turning it back down.
Yeah. No, well, from what I see over here on OBS, you seem fine.
Well,
to me,
on my OBS right now, I'm peaking.
Are you?
Yes.
But yeah, CG Coins just kind of wants to let you know, Mr. X, it is the Ohio State University. Anyway, so back to the question, and Mr. Resnick says, I pick up a maple this year, and I would be open to a Britannia. So, our discussion about it, and actually Mr. X had of course he's he knows the numbers and definitely can analyze it better than I can. My answer is, and it's pretty much what he says, but he takes it a lot more further than I can explain a whole lot more eloquently than me. Okay. So, if you got a Brit or a Maple or a, Austria Philharmonic, and you got a really good price on it now, just for example, $50 over spot, you buy it. Great. What's the tendency? 9 times out of 10, you're going to get more or less melt or spot when you sell it, say at a coin shop, unless you can go find like a private an individual to sell it to who may be collecting them, for example. So they may be willing to pay a little more. If you look at it as a lot, part of your long game, you buy it at, say 1,700, now, right now in 15, 20 years, for example, is gold spot going to be at 1,700? Okay. I would argue, no, it'll probably be higher than that. So even if they're only going to give you spot for that Britannia, for example, if spot, reaches 2100, well, okay, you're still going to make money off it because you paid 17 back here, but you're going to get 21 out of it down the road. So did you lose anything? I don't think so.
No, and I think a lot of it depends on.
But again, I'm not the super analyst. He is.
No, and I agree. I've gravitated towards gold eagles. However, with that particular deal, if I had the extra money, I probably would have taken it only because I don't know. I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen.
Of course, yeah.
And past performance obviously is no guarantee for future returns, right?
Mm-hmm.
But gold overall has steadily increased at a pretty reliable rate. There's some dips here and there, but it has steadily increased. I mean, you go back 2000 or 2012 even, gold has steadily climbed. Where silver is much more volatile, you'll have wild swings up and down, but here we are, we're still floating around $18 an ounce. Yeah, I think the potential upside short term would be silver. If someone's going to be willing to pay it for, if it shoots up to 40, who's going to be buying it at 40? Not very many LCSs because they know the price is probably going to retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Private sales, possibly. If it's naturally occurring because there truly is a silver shortage, where the demand is based on different things you read over the last 2 years, the demand for physical silver has outpaced what is actually being mined for the last couple of years. So is it possible? Yes. I also think that the only silver that the smelters are going to be seeing, as far as silver is concerned, short term, is those that are getting silver as a byproduct of drilling or mining for something else. A true silver mine itself is not going to sell silver at the cost of what it costs to take it out of the ground, which is roughly around $18 an ounce. So that could have an effect, again, short term for silver. I hope my volume is a little bit better. I did do a little tweaking. I didn't want to tweak it too much because, like I said last night, when I watched the playback today, it sounded pretty good. And I'm on OBS, I'm peaking, but on my other device, I am not. I'm still in the yellow. So anyway, that being said, back to the original question for gold. I agree with you, or that was my reasoning, is if you buy it for $1,700, I would buy it. If I had the $1,700, I would have bought the 1 ounce Brit. Only because gold is a long-term hold, as most precious metals should be, but gold particularly. And in 15 years, I'm pretty sure that spot will not be below 1,700 unless there is some massive real deposit found. Not this made-up one that was found where? Someplace in Europe or Asia. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. Was it Ukraine or somebody said that they found 1 trillion tons or something more gold than it's ever been mined in the history of mankind.
Or a big giant gold nugget falls out of the sky.
Well, that's probably possible, but if that happens, if it's that big, it's not going to matter to us anyway.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
So,
excuse me.
I don't think you can't lose because gold is gold, and even if you get spot, the gold eagle right now, if you bought it, you're going to get spot plus a little bit of a premium. You're not going to get back the total amount because obviously that's where the margins are made with the dealers, the local coin shops, or even the online dealers. Although, as we touched on last night, and those that were not with us, we just had a pop-up live stream. We were testing a few things, and we got into a couple of topics, and one of them was the premiums. Because gold was down, what was it, 16 something?
Mm-hmm.
And which was less than what it was earlier in the year when I bought a quarter ounce and I paid under $500.
Yeah, both
and
of us.
The cheapest that I had found yesterday, thinking, okay, I'm going to try to snag another deal. It should be under 500 again. Was $502 or $503, which equated at that time when I calculated it to an 18% premium, and that was with the best price that I could find online. Between 4 or 5 of the largest online bullion dealers, as well as some larger independent retail operations that sell online. So that tells me that maybe the reports, there is no gold shortage, but I think there's a manufacturing shortage possibly with gold. But when you look at the numbers that Silver Wolverine's putting out, when he's looking at the sales numbers, gold is pretty much on pace to where it was a year ago, and silver, I think, is a little bit under for bullion, but it is on. But they manufactured a lot more of the proofs because for whatever reason in the mint's mind, and they're selling them. People are still buying them. I mean, I unfortunately did not. It's a long story. It doesn't matter. I end up with the proofs. I've canceled my enrollments for proofs, Silver Eagles, from this day forward, unless something goofy happens or pops up. Actually, I didn't cancel them. I just made them inactive. If they come out and they say, there's only going to be a mintage of 200,000 going forward or something, then maybe I'll reactivate it. But in my mind, that is not where I am collecting going forward. In fact, I'm going through and sorting through stuff right now, and I didn't realize that I had a few more 2020s and 2021s of the various proofs still, in original mint packaging. It's been opened, but I have some. So whenever we get around to deciding to have a little sale, you might be able to get a
sell.
2020 or 2021 or even 2022. Although I'm probably going to have to sit on those or take a loss just to get rid of them.
Hey, John Shank, thanks for joining us. Good evening.
Yes, hello, John Shank.
Yeah. Kind of to back up a little bit. SW, he mentioned with his local coin shop, the demand is for gold eagles, not buffaloes. And in his shop, his local coin shop, he was saying, something to the effect of, the dealer there will pay pretty much. Yeah, right here we go. My local coin shop pays spot for the American Gold Buffaloes, and that was another question. Here, that's actually a good question. So why is that a like a well established practice across the country in a lot of, or is that just individual demand based on your location and who wants what? Is it a supply demand thing or personal preference?
I would say yes.
To all that.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah,
most dealers, as far as like Maples and Brits and Philharmonics and stuff, you're basically going to get spot.
Yeah,
because they're only going to mark it up a couple of bucks, and and that's it. Gold Eagles, you'll get a little bit back. You won't get as much back as what you paid. So to address Silver Wolverine's Captain Obvious statement, and I'm picking on you here a little bit, Silver Wolverine. Yes, if you buy a coin from a coin dealer, walk out the store and walk back in, you're not going to get the same price you just paid. Yes, that's just the way it is. No different than buying a new car, driving it off the lot, turning around, driving it back in. You just lost 10%, 15%, 20% of the value of that car. So, I can't let that one slide. That was, yes, we're well aware of that. The point is that most reputable coin shops are going to give you a little bit above spot for Gold Eagles and Gold Buffaloes. At least the particular dealers that I deal with will do that. And if they don't, they're offering you less than spot for a Gold Eagle that they just charged you $100 premium on. I would not do business with them because they're ripping you off. That's my personal opinion on that. Kind of strong. I know it's kind of a strong statement and it's kind of a blank statement, but I'm just going off personal experience. And it's not like I'm buying ounces of gold every week, and I know for a fact, but I do know when I go to the coin shows, local coin shows, there's a listing of what they will buy and what they will sell. And Gold Eagles always buy and sell higher than your Brits and your Philharmonics, and the Maples were pretty close, but now there's a little bit of separation happening there from the gold. So am I going to get the full amount back if I buy a gold piece this month and spot stays exactly the same and I go back next month and I want to sell it? No, I am going to take a loss. But you shouldn't be doing that. If you want to make that kind of money, then you should be playing with the paper trades.
Yeah.
Playing with ETFs.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you buy gold and it gets stuck in a
secure location
that you forget about unless a dire emergency or until it comes time when you want to spend it, which is hopefully many, many years down the road where it won't really matter. Because you don't really see, and we've discussed this before, whether it's silver or gold or platinum, any type of precious metal, you don't see a profit or loss until it comes time to sell. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So anybody that bought silver back when it was $5 an ounce, they don't care where it goes because it's never going to get that low again. So they're going to be in the black. It's never going to go to zero. Never has, never will. Now, could gold drop down to $1,000 again? I don't know. I think it's doubtful. But if it does, there's going to be a lot of people a lot of money. But I would say at that time is when you start buying more. But there's so many economic conditions and different things that's affecting, and everything's goofy. Stock market goes up today, and the metal markets goes up. They're going completely opposite of what they normally do. Normally, one goes up, the other goes down, and vice versa. And that has not been the case now for months. It's weird. I don't get it.
There's a great disturbance in the force.
It's because they're building a ship named Enterprise again.
Okay, I better not. No more. Don't want to get a copyright hit. No, ASW, we're not trying to pick on you or anything. It's just, we understand. It just seems like that's a fact. The AGEs are going to get the most of the probability for you to get most of your premium back is with the AGE. Simple as that.
And my local coin shop pays, it's the same price, whether it's a buffalo or an eagle. I don't get it, but that's what the market does. And if you look online, it's the same price. So I don't know. I guess maybe it's just different areas. Obviously, different areas in the country respond and the way the dealers, the way they operate. Different coin shows, they're all different.
Well, where you're located is like Canadian.
No.
It's not in high demand, is it? Or there's no
Well,
demand for it, is there?
no different than any place else. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I'm closer to Canada. I mean, I not as close as a lot of places that where I'm at in the state, at least,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm on the far west side. Now, if you're on the east side of the state or by Detroit, you just drive through a tunnel that's a mile long and you're in Canada. Or if you're way up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, you just drive over the International Bridge and you're in Canada. So, depending on where you're at in the state, Port Huron, same thing. So, there's 3 entry points basically from Michigan. And I will say that the casinos
Mm-hmm.
in both Sault Ste. Marie, which is where the International Bridge is to get into Canada, and the casinos in Detroit, I'm not sure about Detroit. I haven't been in one in a while. But I know the ones in Canada, all the casinos in the UP, they have Canadian money and they have American money. So if you come in from Canada and you buy in with Canadian money, you get Canadian chips and you get paid back in Canadian chips and then you get paid back in Canadian money. They don't, it's not a one for one. And once in a while they'll run deals where they'll say Canadian dollars par,
Mm-hmm.
which they'll give you a dollar for dollar. And when that happens, I stay away from the casinos because it's a madhouse. Because everybody, it's the price difference, right? Was it 20
Yeah, it's
some percent difference?
Yeah, the conversion, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
say
Mhm.
1 for 1, and so all the Canadians come over to the casino,
Yeah.
and a lot of them will just trade it in, get, and cash in their, But I think I haven't seen that in a while. I think they may have put a clamp on that.
Yeah. That's how, when I lived in Germany, a lot of like little vendors that would be in or around the bases or, facilities, they would take, still West Germany. So, and it was long before the EU and the Euro. So they would either take, West German Deutschmarks or American. And depending on what the exchange rate, just like spot, it could be cheaper using, the Deutschmark or one day, and the next day it could be cheaper using the dollar.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's
Silver
crazy.
Wolverine. Just to follow up a little bit, when I go to the local coin show here, there will be gold eagles left. They'll sell out of the buffaloes before the gold eagles because of the same price. So people will buy the buffaloes. We're talking bullion here, not proofs. The buffalo proofs sit on the shelf forever at local coin stores. And there's been some that's been in a couple booths at the local coin show. Pardon me. And that one dealer, he's been sitting on proof buffaloes forever because he's trying to get out, what he's got into it, which is, it's not, I don't know. I understand people collect them. They're beautiful and proof, but it's not worth the premium to me. I'm not spending an extra $500 or $600 for a proof buffalo, although they're gorgeous. Even the regular bullions are gorgeous buffaloes. Same thing with the gold eagles. The proofs are gorgeous, but it's not worth the premium to me because I'm not so much a collector of gold as I am a collector of silver, which is counterintuitive because I just said I'm going to stop buying all silver eagle proofs. So I'm buying other stuff that is silver that I find enjoyable. One of those items happens to be the Morgan and Peace dollar. So those I'll be buying in all forms and fashion because I like them. I like bars. I like foreign bars. I like certain types of rounds. I like different themes. That's the kind of stuff I'm buying silver for.
Not to stack them, just to collect them because,
What is sad is
same thing.
I was reorganizing my boxes. So now I got a box of, okay, this is stuff that I'm going to sell. This is stuff that needs to go into a secure location. And this is stuff that I'm uncertain of. So it just is going in a holding pattern. I found a tube of unopened silver something, 1 ounce, in one of my boxes, and I thought I had put it in the safe, obviously. Or, I'm sorry, a secure location.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay me, I found a tube of silver
Something.
that I overpaid for 4 months ago that I can't sell. Right? Well, I could sell it if I want to lose half my money, but and that's when I says, all right, no more of this. That's why I was organizing it, because it was driving me crazy. You know.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, him and I, that's one of the little topics that him and I go back and forth about. Is it time? Is it time yet? No, not yet. I want to sell. Not yet.
No. Now, if somebody wants to buy the Black Flag, I know those are selling for around $45 on eBay. And that's with shipping. That's the normal price that they're selling for. You look them up right now. The latest, the fourth in the series of the Black Flag. And I'm selling them for $41 shipped. So if you want one, I have a handful. I'd be more than willing to make you that deal. Saves you a couple of bucks, and those are going to do nothing but go up in price.
And they're all gone.
They are gone. You can no longer get them.
Yeah, they're long gone
from the supplier.
And so is the 5 ounce too.
Yes.
Yep. Those, they got gobbled up real quick.
Yep. So
that's a very popular series, and with the Rising Sun, they kind of went back to the original concept for the series. Talking about the pirate ship itself, and and I think the those that are fans of that series were like, "Yay!" They'll disappeared pretty quick.
What was funny is Don and I were talking about that because I got sucked in.
Not by me.
No,
I had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. I got sucked in by another big channel because I know, and I've heard about this series, and I've seen what they've gone for on another channel's auction. So I did buy a few of the Black Flags. I didn't buy a whole tube, or I didn't do anything crazy. I bought more than I had planned on, and that was by my own mistake. But I got lucky and stole a Queen Anne's Revenge on one of his auctions. I got it for far less than what they're selling for on eBay.
He was surprised and a little upset. And I don't mean Gen X. I mean the auction guy. He was surprised. Well, actually, three things. He was surprised. He was a little upset for what it went for, and then he was surprised again who got it.
Yeah, because he had other coins up, and I hadn't done anything with it because people were bidding on, and I just that one I happened to know how much that was going for on eBay, and he's not shy. He'll tell you what the comps are, what they're selling for, just like I just did, just like I told you. I mean, look them up. The Black Flag, the fourth in the series, whatever it's called, they're selling for about $145 or for about $45, and the Queen's Anne's Revenge goes for triple digits, and I got mine for a lot less. A lot. So that means I got one of these. So now I'm on the hunt, right? So I got the first and I got the fourth. So fortunately, somebody had a second or the third one. I can't remember which one now. The third one.
Yeah. Hey, real quick.
Yep.
Spill Paint. Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Hello, Spilt Paint. Okay, Silver Wolverine. Have a good night, man.
All right, be good, brother.
Worked out a deal on that one. And so now I had to find the third in the series. And the third in the series
Second in the series. Right?
No, I needed
You got
the third.
Rising. You got Rising. You got the Qing Shi, and then you got the Black Flag from dun, 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 right?
No.
Okay.
The Black Flag I bought myself.
Okay.
The Queen's Anne's Revenge.
That's number 2.
No, that was number 1.
Okay. Queen's Anne. Okay. The problem is there's 2 ship series. I'm getting them mixed up. There's
yes,
yeah. That's why I'm confused. Yeah. There's
Correct.
another one has the Cutty Shark, the Royal Sovereign, and some other stuff.
Other one.
That's a different series. I'm sorry.
So anyway, back to my story. So I won an auction for a good price on the first one. Bought the fourth one. Worked out a very good trade, I thought, with the host of the show who's disappeared. Okay, there he is. For the second in the series, which was good because, and he thought he had the third in the series, which was the Rising Sun one. That's the third in the series. Well, that is, for lack of a better phrase, the redheaded stepchild of the series. And a lot of people got upset when that series came out because it didn't focus on the boat so much as the individual pirate itself. And so those were going for cheap. So I figured, okay, this is going to be a piece of cake. Well, no sooner than the new one comes out, and everybody is buying up this new one because it's back to the old design where the ship is in the forefront, not the pirate, and the skull and everything the way that the series originally started. And the prices on that third one started to shoot up. And fortunately, I snuck in there and somebody didn't change their price, and I snagged one at the old price, So I got that one for a steal as well. So fortunately, I have that series. It's complete, so I can go forward. Now, did I overpay for silver? Yes, I did. Is it a cool series? Yes. Will I get my money back? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. No idea.
For all your residential air conditioning and heating needs, call HVAC Residential Basics. By far the best AC tech we have here in the YouTube stacking and coin community. So again, for your home heating and cooling needs, call HVAC Residential Basics. Good evening, sir. Oh, and by the way, HVAC says he's still having a little trouble hearing you, Mr.
I'm not turning the gain up any further.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
I'll just talk a little bit louder into the mic where it's at. I'm not messing with the mic and going to start peaking.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I'm with you. We've said this, 12 gazillion times, but yeah, I've moved away from stacking silver in general, and I just collect what I like. And, like the Black Flag series, Marvel's done, the DC still going. Of course, the Icons of Innovation, because Einstein just came out last month.
Thank you very much for that one too.
What? No, you were already collecting Icons of Innovation.
No.
Yes, you were.
No. Not
Weren't
originally.
You?
No.
No, it was Tesla that I.
Tesla's the one you're trying to get me to go, but I've gone down another rabbit hole. And speaking of which, I've now completed both of the other two that I was looking for.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I bought the one that I was missing.
Yeah, and you sent me the link.
Since we've texted.
Oh
now
yeah,
I've got them all en route now.
Right, and that guy that you told me to go and he made me an offer so I can get that year. So I will now have all those years as well. So
See,
after
we
this,
did.
I'm going to eBay.
I bought 2 new series of coins last night. And again, it goes back to because I want a coin at a dirt cheap price on a particular auction this week that was later in the series. I had to go back and backdate. Fortunately, they're newer series, so I didn't have to go back too far on the one. The other one I've wanted to collect, and I almost bought an entire collection, but the guy wouldn't budge on his price, and he was high retail at the last coin show. So I've been keeping an eye out and saw some good deals today, and I passed along one to the DoN. And so with that one, I am completely caught up with as well. So I spent more money than I had originally planned. And for a few dollars more, I could have gotten what I normally would be buying that now has to wait until next month because I overspent on silver collectibles. Got to have fun in the hobby, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, they come out with some really cool stuff. So, I mean, like I said, nobody should fault anybody if they're buying it because they enjoy it and they want to collect it. I mean, it's not our place to judge, what anybody's doing. I mean, let's certainly we should all respect one another, and if we agree with their methods, great. If we disagree with what they're doing, then so be it. But let's be respectful, because that what floats their boat doesn't necessarily float our boat. So anyway, hey, Silver Frogman, good evening. Thank you for joining us. And did Bad Gateway just pop back in,
Not
or
sure.
has he been kind of lurking or something?
He's been here.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
I need to ask the crowd.
Yeah.
I just tweaked my thing a little bit, and it sounds like I might be almost starting to break up and peak. If that is not the case, if my volume is better and it's not breaking up or sound echoey in any way, shape, or form, can you please put a 1 in the comment? So I need to know if I need to back down the gain on my mic. I don't want people struggling to hear me, but I also don't want it to be distorted. There's nothing worse than having bad audio. HVAC, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I turned it up a little bit, and I can hear it starting to crackle just a touch in my headphones.
Yeah, I can just a touch on my end. Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're starting on OBX, I can see you're really starting to get close to the red line.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Donald says, HVAC, turn up your hearing aid.
Either that or turn up your volume on your
HVAC, system. That's not me. Here, I'm going to highlight it so that way it's not me. Here it is. I'm throwing somebody under the bus. Can everybody in the chat see this? Okay. That's not me. That's not him. That's
yeah.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I'm just having fun. But again, it's let me know if you see me peaking. I'm peaking on my OBS. It looks like I'm peaking.
Yeah, so. You're like borderline on my end with OBS.
All right.
Well, Perp says I'm louder than you are, but that might. I don't know. How am I coming okay with everybody? I don't know. I haven't really heard any other complaints, but
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what else I can do without it starting to distort. I think it's StreamYard because StreamYard is giving me fits. Sometimes
see,
it
that's
works good.
that's kind
Sometimes
of
it doesn't.
yeah. I don't see, how I don't see why is it in StreamYard you can't, they have little things where you can tweak, gain and filtering and stuff like that.
Not in StreamYard.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. They should have those abilities, at least some rudimentary level or something.
Yeah. But when I'm looking at StreamYard in the volume, I'm only hitting 1 and 2 bars on the volume
Mm-hmm.
in StreamYard, and I'm peaking in OBS, and it's crackling in the headphones.
Yeah.
So
On my OBS, you are literally like 2-3 steps from redline.
Yeah.
So, boy. JM says Peking is not a city in China. No, but it is tasty duck on rice for sure. Actually, I never had Peking duck. So, Mr. X,
good.
you'd have to tell me what that's like.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm not a huge duck fan, but Peking duck, if it's cooked properly, is good.
Yeah, my mom said, said to me, after once this whole, buggy thing, finally situated and we're kind of normal, so to speak, we'll go to Atlanta and she'll take me to the Chinatown there and get some, some semi-authentic Chinese.
All right, now I'm trying a different setting. How's that one?
Uh-oh.
Is it peaking? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
It's well for my OBS it's better.
It's better.
Yeah, but you're not as far to the red line.
But can you hear this?
Mm-hmm. If you're doing any special effects, I can't hear it.
I did.
No.
Okay. Now I'm back to the other setting. So you can probably hear.
Got it. Crickets. Now,
that.
can everybody in the chat, did you just hear crickets? One, if you heard a cricket. Crickets.
It's StreamYard. I'm telling you.
Must be. Oh, Frogman says he heard the crickets. Then again, he's a frogman, so he might be hungry and he wants to hear what he's. Bad joke. Come on, give me the wah wah wah. Come on, you need to move faster on that.
I'm trying to get right so people can.
Oh my goodness!
Not working properly.
Oh well, there it is. There was the question right there. Buying gold eagles versus like Brits or foreign coins. So it's that right there.
Yep.
Okay, I can check it off now. I knew it was on here. Oh boy.
Yep.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm kind of at a loss. I've had a really, really busy week. And honestly, I needed the break. Today I didn't, I took today off and I just pretty much walked away from the computer. Spent a lot of time outside, did some shopping. I had to run a couple errands. So I'm honestly, I just like disconnected from YouTube. I was like, I'm not gonna. I need the break. Right. And the ironic part was, when I'm out and about, I'm like, oh, that'd be a great idea. And I'm like, where's my notebook so I can write it down?
Yeah, you need to work on some stuff because I think I'm going to try to go live outside of StreamYard Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. I see. I didn't even finish up in there because I was out and about and stuff. So yeah, I'll get that finished and then move at least the PC, all the hardware into there. Yeah. And then I can come back for all the goodies.
If you go and it's not set up and you can't, then you can't. And that's
No,
Okay.
it needs to be done because psychologically, I'm tired of working from my kitchen table. I've been doing this, working from this table since 2020. Because we started the whole, about what, March, maybe middle March, April-ish or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I need to make that my work office, and it'll double as my YouTube studio. That way, at least I have some level of separation because it'll help me more up here, if anything. Oh, a
Yeah.
little mood lighting. There you go. So, and a lot of folks say that's probably, especially if you're working from home, that's actually a very good thing to do is, don't work in your, common area like your kitchen table or your living room, stuff like that. If you have a spare bedroom, that's not being used, turn that into your home office for your employment, and kind of make that like going to work, and they actually say get ready like you do, get cleaned up, put your clothes on like you're actually going to work, and then go,
Yep.
get your coffee or whatever, and then go into that office and work. It's just they said the only difference you should have is you don't have to get in your car to actually drive somewhere.
Correct, but you still should be getting yourself ready, just like if you were going into the office.
Yes.
So,
not necessarily you have to put the coat and tie on, but
no,
at least I put my polos on, and stuff like that. So, I'm trying, getting back into those habits. Anyway, okay, enough about work. This is Labor Day weekend. This is the weekend we're not supposed to talk about work. Is putting pants on a requirement? Yes, if you're doing a teleconference, definitely, because heaven forbid you get up to go, refresh your coffee.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh, Mr. Resnick says, let me highlight this. Some folks in Britain found 100K worth of gold from the 1700s during a remodeling today. Yeah. Oh, who needs the lottery? Right. Exactly. Wish I was that lucky. Pant check? No, we ain't doing no pant check.
I do have pants on.
Yeah, I don't.
Even a belt.
Oh, well, excuse me. Oh, and he's wearing his polo that says PCG. Was that PCGS I saw on there? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's my combat chicken with the part of the Mandalorian helmet. So this is technically not necessarily with the parent company. So anyway, they didn't see this. Okay.
No comment.
No comment. Oh boy, I am so sorry, folks. I've had a week, and trust me, he knows.
Yeah, he's had a.
But the good news is I did get that a boy. So
yeah, that always helps.
Yeah, that was actually good to hear from the boss saying, "Hey, you did a great job this week," and the customer was extremely happy. Wish I could get that P01 1879 Carson City that I found show up in a video. Oh, that'd be a good video, yeah, if you could. So is that a Morgan that you have? You just not sure where you hit it, Mr. Perpetrator? And hey, Mr. Can Collectibles has joined us. Good evening, good sir. How are you? I hope you are well.
Hello, Can. Yes, hope you're having a good time with the missus. So, I mean, this is your show. It goes as long or as short as you want. So, if you're tired and ready to call it a night, You
tell you the truth, folks. Yeah, I'm. I'm spent.
Okay.
I really am. You guys know me. I'm usually a lot more organized, ready, got 12 gazillion questions and everything. But this week has just been.
He's had a rough week. So on that note, I'm going to
Yeah.
say I apologize for the audio. I'll continue to try to mess with it. Again, it is on StreamYard's end with me for some reason. Last night's show, when I rewatched it, it sounded good. There wasn't any echo, and I have a feeling when I go back to replay this, it's going to sound terrible. I'll continue to try to tweak and stuff and monitor it and see what happens.
We'll probably do a pop up sometime tomorrow, so he can
Depends.
both of us can kind of dial in a little bit, because hopefully by then
he's got a lot of stuff he's got to do. So
yeah,
if it's just me, then that would be understandable. But I know he's got some testing to do too, because he's moving all of his equipment, so he wants to make sure everything's hooked up right and his lighting's good and all that kind of good stuff. So you may see us pop up here or there tomorrow at various times, although college football is on, so it's got to be he's got to be say, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And I'll do it, but the TV's going to be on, which is going to mess with my lighting, and I need good lighting because I have a good side and a bad side. I'm kidding. I don't have a good side. I am what I am. Anyway, Don, thanks for having me on. Thanks everybody for being here. I apologize if my audio has been driving you crazy. It is something that I'm aware of and trying to fix for live streams. I think I've got it dialed in for my videos.
Oh, and don't forget, you are still planning to have your show Sunday night, correct?
Sunday night at 8:00. I do know that the diehard football fans will probably not be joining us, and that's okay. I'm still going live. In fact, I've already scheduled it, and I already posted the original topic to start the discussion off with in the description for a change. Something different. See, I told you I was going to try some different stuff.
I might have to borrow that idea.
So there you go. Anyway, thanks again, everybody. Don, thanks for having me on. Andy,
thank you, sir.
Thanks for modding. Everybody else, have a safe, fun weekend. And if you're not doing anything, stop on by Sunday night. I'll be on. Until next time, 73.
Thank you, Mr. X. Appreciate you being here as always. Gen X is definitely a great mentor to me, and I really cherish the opportunities we've had this year to actually get to know each other and work together. And we've really grown into a friendship. And so I appreciate having him around any time. And so thanks for joining us as always. And everyone in the chat, have a great, enjoy yourselves, be safe, spend time with your loved ones, your family and friends. And let me share this with you real quick. I went to our Air and Space Museum, not Air and Space, yeah, our Space and Rockets Museum here in Huntsville, and I was going to go and try to get an Artemis T-shirt, because supposedly they're going to launch, tomorrow morning or tomorrow like lunchtime or something like that. But something that kind of struck me there in the parking lot going towards the entrance to the gift shop, and they had these two statues, and I hope this comes out, so forgive me if it doesn't, but this is a statue representing, member of our armed forces, and on that plaque, if you'll indulge me for a moment, it says here, dedicated to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces and to their families for their sacrifice and selfless service to our nation. And the sculptor is John D. Hair, Hair is the sculptor. And something that made it even more significant to me is this statue next to the soldier. And this statue looks this figure looks different because it represents a U.S. Army aviator, the field that I'm working in. And the plaque here, same sculptor, excuse me, dedicated to the Army aviator who gallantry call to duty inspires them to live their best motto, above the best. So that's my customer. So it's important for me to keep that in mind. So thanks for joining us. Have a great and safe, fun weekend. Thank you, Andy. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to Mr. Gen X. And hopefully tomorrow we will have a great demonstration of thermodynamics. Godspeed, Artemis 1.